almost live. Pakistan smash thrash India by 10 wickets. Welcome to Down the Track. I have two Indian fans, Mr. Puneet, Mr. Vinay, and I have a very happy Pakistani fan. I don't know what he's doing right now, but I have Wasil with me. Wasil, I go to you first. No more mocha ads, bro. How do you feel?
It's an amazing feeling, bro. I mean, honestly, this is my second game that I've ever watched, and ever like full game, and we won. So I just had a strong feeling that we're gonna win, and we did. It was a great feeling.
When you scored the score was 150, it looked like it was a tough pitch. Did you expect them to win by 10 wickets like that, or were you like really impressed the way Babar and Rizwan went about things?
I was very impressed the way they went about things. I thought it was gonna be a close win. I knew we were gonna win. Obviously, it's just a feeling that I always have. But I thought we are gonna win in probably 18, 19 over. I thought Babar's gonna get out because he's not been playing that well lately. And as soon as Babar's out, there's not much stability in Pakistani batting lineup. So, and when one wicket falls, it just keeps falling from there. So, but no, the way they played, it was just amazing, man. It was flawless. They just kept their
And
calm and batted to the end.
one of the best new ball bowlers in T20, Shaheen Afridi, stepping up to the plate and destroying that India top order. Your thoughts on his bowling performance?
He's been amazing, man. I mean, he's been amazing. He's like one of those bowlers that we get every 10 years. He's a special one. Because a lot of bowlers came and went, like Junaid Khan, and there's a few, but Shaheen has been amazing. So it is he did what he's expected to do. So yeah.
Those two crushing deliveries, man. That wicket of Rahul as well was fantastic. But I have two Indian fans. Punter, I think you're frozen. But Vinay, I'll go to you first. How do you feel, man? Because a lot of Indians that I know were very confident that India will win this game. They said they have a better squad, a better team. They played in the IPL as well in Dubai, in this place. But to lose like this, it must really hurt. I mean, it hurts me as well. But what do you feel?
Yeah, it was a terrible outing for them, man. Like from the start of the innings itself. Like today, the way Shaheen Shah Afridi was bowling, it was. I don't know if you guys remember the Asia Cup spell by Mohammad Amir. The
Yeah.
way it was a replica wicket of how he got Rohit Sharma second ball, right? So it was hats off, amazing start for Pakistan, and the way they started the game and the way Rizwan and Babar actually played that innings, it was just pure magical innings that they played. So there was no way that India could have won today, and it was just a terrible outing for them.
Yeah, and Punter, like there's a lot about the toss, right? Like saying the due factor and everything, but still you can't put a performance up like that, especially losing by 10 wickets after you've played so much on the same grounds. You've played a couple of warm-up games. It's fine to lose games, but that kind of performance must be really disheartening.
Yeah, 100%. See, losing toss is part of the game. You can't just completely blame on the toss. But yes, I you know I wouldn't say India lost the game. I think Pakistan definitely outperformed well India today, and the way Shine started, it was like it looked like a one-sided game from the start of the innings. Virat did stand and score those 50 odd runs, but yes, Pant also gave him a good partnership, but we lost him at a very crucial time, right? We couldn't lose him at that time. Maybe that was the key period for him to stay and increase the tempo. But then later on, I don't know what we guys were bowling today though. Nothing, not even a single chance given by them. Completely outperformed. Completely outperformed.
Vasil, I had a question. I said this yesterday. I was talking to a few people. I thought this Pakistani batting lineup is one of the strongest in recent years, just because of the top order, and then you have the experience of Malik and Hafiz. Like your thoughts on the batting lineup, especially for these conditions. If this was in Australia, maybe you miss a power hitter, but in these conditions, like rotating the strike, they ran their singles very well. Both of them. I think they snuck in like 6, 7 singles off Jadeja's hand as well. So yeah, your thoughts on the batting order and this batting lineup in general going into this tournament?
Absolutely. So Fakir Zaman coming at 3 or 4. I'm not sure what's his number, but it's better for him because he's been going really aggressive when he comes.
I think
I
he
think
got stuck.
we lost him. But yeah, Punter, like same question to you. Like either one of you can take this. I really thought their batting before this tournament it suits these conditions because yes, there may be a few power hitters missing, but you still have Asif Ali there, and it's more about players in form and finding the gaps. Both Rizwan and Babar Azam, they time the ball beautifully and they make use of the power play in a different kind of manner.
Absolutely. Mustafa, in fact, first, everyone had the question that shall Babar open or shall Fakar be the opener as well. I think Wasil's back. Wasil, you can continue with the answer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
Vasu,
man.
go for it.
Yeah, apologize. Okay, so what I was saying is Fakir Zaman coming at 3 and 4 is actually better for the team because when he comes open, he's really aggressive, and when he comes 3 and 4, he's actually taking those singles and then going for his shots as well. So you know that's actually good for the batting lineup, and then we have stronger batting lineup now that we have the 3 experienced players as well, like Malik and Shoaib. Sorry, Malik and Hafiz. So yeah, I think we have a good batting now. I
And
think we're gonna lack on bowling still during the World Cup, but let's see.
yeah, I think I completely agree with you there. But if you can bat like that, it'll be difficult for other teams to stop you. Is Babar Azam currently a better batsman than Virat Kohli? I'm not talking about history and everything, just based on form and the way he's playing. Is he a better
100%.
batsman than Kohli?
100%.
Better batsman than Kohli.
Absolutely.
Match
100%.
winning.
Yeah.
So basically, the way Babar played, it was a match winning knock. Kohli, I wouldn't say it was a selfish knock. I think Kohli didn't get the support. I think that's what was missing in this game. Kohli didn't get the support, whereas Babar got the support of Rizwan. Do you have any message for our Indian fans, Vinay and Punter, and any of us? Wasil, do you have any message? It's been like 20 years, no World Cup win, so many ads and TV ads, this and that. You can give a message to the Star Sports as well, whatever you like.
I don't have any message like that. I'm probably gonna call them privately and then say whatever I have to say. But I can't say anything right now. Yeah.
And what's this from a Pakistani perspective? With India, do you see them progressing to the semi-finals with this group? It's a relatively easier group compared to the other ones. And what do you see lacking in this Indian team?
What was he lacking? I think you guys have a solid 15. I think Ishan should be playing every single game. There's a few guys, don't recall the names, but yeah, I think you guys are not playing your strength. But yeah, I think you guys are good. You guys are good for the World Cup. That's what I feel.
And Punter, would you like to see any changes in the team, in the 11? I know there's a lot about the bowling, but batting-wise as well, were you happy with the team selection?
See, I don't think it was anything wrong with the batting selection. Yes, Hardik not being in the form, not being able to bowl might be a difference for Indian team as well. With the 6th all-rounder, but I feel Ishan Kishan, as Vasil said, is an important key for the team. Hopefully, we can get him. We're not even sure if Hardik is injured and out for the season, right? So if he's out for the season, then Ishan automatically comes in. Maybe a bowler change with Bhuvi or what do you call Shami. Maybe Shardul comes in. But my concern today was our spinners as well. We saw Jadeja in the IPL. He was bowling slow. He was bowling those drifters. But today he didn't try anything different. He was just bowling those quicker ones, or he was just bowling full underneath the bag. Maybe he's actually missing Dhoni behind the stumps to guide him. So something to worry about that in that scenario. Even Varun Chakravarti, if you saw, he bowled extremely well in the first over. Maybe the dew played an effect on his bowling. But if you see, he was not able to pitch it in the right areas. In the IPL, you could see him, even after the dew, he was still bowling brilliantly. He was bowling the slower ones. He was bowling the dusras. Rizwan was reading him so well. He knew that the ball will be a dusra. He was ready for it and he was playing a defense on those balls. So, like a mystery spinner is losing his mystery is then just a regular bowler. So you need to keep working on that.
I think the way India actually bowled today, it was very defensive rather than being wicket taking, right? Like they went on a defensive mindset from ball one, right? They're trying to contain runs rather than actually take those put those deliveries where they can actually pick wickets, right? they weren't trying to do that. They were trying more towards containing the runs, and that's where I guess they lost the ploy because that's what Pakistan did well at the start, right? They were taking those wicket-taking deliveries. They were bowling those in the right areas, right? And India bowling too full and actually trying not to go for wickets and then playing very defensive. That's where I guess they lost the plot.
Yeah, and
Yeah, we saw
Wasil, how?
Sadaf Khan. He
Yes,
was actually looping the ball as
Yeah,
well, right?
yeah.
yeah.
He,
Like
he
even
was
after
flighting.
he got hit for a six, the next ball he bowled. Of course, he bowled googly there, and he
Yeah.
tossed it up, and that's where Pant got his like he got Pant's wicket, right? So those things are very important when even if you're chasing a low target. The way like yesterday when England and West Indies were playing, like the way Akil initially 2 overs, Akil when he bowled, he was just darting it in, and then he looped it up, and then he actually picked like 2 3 wickets, and Pakistan, West Indies at that point actually thought they had a chance, right? So these things actually matter a lot when you're defending or when you're asking the other opposition they're doing well. Try to put these attacking moves so that it actually helps them get better wickets and stuff.
Yeah, Vasil, I wanted to ask you about Imad Wasim, and I think he's the most underrated player right now. The job he does in the power play, especially today, he only bowled 2 overs, but under his economy rate was under six. Economy was five, I think, and even in the warm-up games, he was economy of 2, 3, picking up wickets. He puts a lot of pressure, and that allows the fast bowler from the other end. How hard is it for a spinner to open the bowling like that and to be so consistent?
I think his ball skids and drifts as well, so it's good if he opens the bowling. But I think it was great captaincy by Babar by bringing Haris Rauf, later on in the innings, and then having Hafiz and Shoaib Malik bowl those crucial middle overs. So I think that was great captaincy. Like I said, I don't watch too much, so this is like my second game that I watched full.
Yeah.
To watch highlights and stuff. That's why I know a little bit, but yeah, I think great captaincy by Babar by using his players properly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Haris Rauf also, I think he mixed it up better. I saw in the warm-up games, couple of overs, he was bowling too full and too quick. Today, he bowled that slower delivery, and even Hardik Pandya
Exactly.
struggled against him over there. So it was very smart bowling. I
Right.
have just, Ashish has a few comments saying Varun is overrated. Ashwin is the player for big games. Vinay, you're off spinner yourself, world class, one of the best in Toronto. So can you tell us your thoughts on Ashwin, and should he play instead of Varun? I honestly felt that this was the right call. Varun should have played. Ashwin played too many times against Pakistan. They would have read him well. I think Shoaib and Hafiz would have played him in his sleep. Ashwin will be important again in games against England and the non-subcontinent teams. What are your thoughts?
Uh, to be honest, like
I'll
on
tell you who
current
they
form,
missed. Sorry to cut you. I think they missed Chahal more than Ashwin in this game.
yeah,
100%.
on current form, and plus the IPL, the way Varun actually bowled and stuff, right? And this pitch was where he actually rebelled a lot. Like the way he was bowling and stuff during the IPL and stuff. I think it was the right call, but for me, I think I would have picked one more spinner rather than having one more fast bowler, just because of the pure nature of the pitch itself. It's been very slow, right? And like you mentioned, how that guy bowls at 150 at ease, right? That's his stock delivery. That's what he's there for. But him mixing it up and bowling smartly and actually mixing the pace up, that's what changed. So this was definitely a slower pitch in terms of that, and I would have picked rather one more spinner rather than a pacer over there.
But if you look at the Pacers, just look at the Pakistani Pacers were more effective than their own spinners. You see, Shaheen Shah Afridi picked up 3 wickets. Haris Rauf under economy was under 5. Only Hassan Ali got smashed. So fast bowlers on these Dubai pitches can actually be very effective. Like I don't know, Wasser, what do you think? Like pace does help, especially when you change it up like that. I don't know, like especially when you're playing subcontinent teams. I feel that pace does help. What are your thoughts on that?
You're right. It's just that I think Indian bowling was all over today. Shami wasn't bowling his length balls.
Yeah.
It was on the leg side most of the time, and then I mean, they didn't look at 100%.
Yeah.
Even though pretty much.
And
Another
I
difference, another
yeah.
difference, Musti, is when you look at Pakistan top six, right? You have Hafiz, you
Yes.
have Shoaib Malik, who can actually pitch in and bowl those handy overs, right? Uh,
Excellent point. I was
India
going to come to
doesn't have
that.
that. India doesn't have that at all. India doesn't.
Exactly. I know. I completely
The
agree.
entire top six, no one is bowling, right? So you're dependent on the five bowlers, and if they don't perform, then you're gonna get smashed. So it's very dependent on that, and the amount of bowlers like you have. So for Pakistan today, they had Haris Rauf, they had Shaheen Shah Afridi, they had Shadab Khan, Imad
Yes.
Wasim, Hafiz, they had Hassan Ali, they had Shoaib Malik, who's also there, right? Like seven bowlers. So you have more options, and you have good options. Like these are not
Yeah.
like just options just to bowl over or anything. These are actually very good options who can actually take wickets at any given point. So that's a major difference that Indian team has to look into. That their top six is not contributing with the ball, and they're very dependent at the lower order for their bowling.
That's an excellent point. I completely agree with that. That's I was gonna try to mention that, but that's what it is. And Pakistan now do look like a proper squad. Like we don't know if they're going to be favorites or not, but I always knew that they would be a threat in these conditions. Punter, for India, what do they have to do next against New Zealand, apart from
See,
winning the
for
game?
me, the worry was not. For me, the worry was not that they lost to Pakistan, but the worry was how they lost to Pakistan.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how they're going to come back. I saw. I don't know if you saw Virat's conference talk as well. He was very positive in it. It looked like they were prepared for it, and they're ready for the future games. But it's just what are the right changes they need to make to play on the same pitches, because they are most of the games are in Dubai. Now, who they get in, who they replace, and how do they make different strategies, especially against New Zealand. We always lose against New Zealand in it's like if Pakistan loses to India in all the World Cup events, India loses all
New
the
Zealand.
matches to New Zealand in the World Cup event. So I hope it happens with us also. We change the scenario as well, and we make a turnaround and win against New Zealand. But yes, it would be a very, very, very big comeback if they can come back from here. Positive signs shown by Virat Kohli. Hopefully, our bowling gets better throughout the season. If our bowling
Oh,
does not get better, because see, batting from 20 for 3 and still making that 150 runs, I still give them the credit for batting. But bowling, not taking a single wicket, not even making a single chance, that's a very big blunder for a team. So you need to push your bowlers. You need to get them back on their feet. They have to think. We have a mentor in Dhoni, but he can basically train the keepers and the batsmen. I don't know who's a bowling coach. Who's a bowling coach, Musti?
what's his name? Bharat Arun?
Yeah,
Right?
Bharat Abhinayaka.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bharat
I
Arun is
hope
the
he
winner.
comes up with something and gets those strict. Even Bumrah, as we always spoke about it, he's coming from those test matches. He's coming from IPL non-stop games. He definitely looked tired. All the pacers
But that's
definitely
BS. If
looked
you knew
tired.
that, don't play in the freaking IPL. Like
He-
that's what I'm saying. If he's looking tired, they shouldn't have played. That's stupid preparation.
100%. They
Wasil,
needed that break. They definitely needed that break, or like you had to have a rotational policy somewhere or
yeah,
the other.
no, 100%. Wasil, India have been playing in Dubai for 1 month. They know the pitches inside out. Pakistan got ditched by New Zealand. They haven't been playing cricket. They come and put up performance like that. Just tell me whatever you're feeling, man.
I mean, there was no pressure on us because we've been losing for a long time. So
Yeah,
it was
that's a good point. Yeah,
yeah. So that was a good one. But I honestly feel that India did look tired, like Punter said.
yeah.
They did look super tired, and Babur and Rizwan didn't give any chances. So we can't even say that the bowlers did a bad job. But there was no chances created for you guys to even get them out. But other than that, yeah, I think we just dominated the game, and it was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why we have to praise Pakistan, because normally in a game like this you have a couple of drop catches, missed run out, but it was a clean partnership from Rizwan and Babar from start to finish, and it's going to be difficult for teams to break this team down, man.
Yeah.
I think
Talk about
they're
the
one of the
fielding as well. They were on
yeah
point. The fielding was
Yeah,
amazing today.
they were
yeah
pumped.
100%.
They were pumped really on the field as well. Like, typically when you look at Pakistan team, that's one of the biggest disappointments that they usually have is their fielding, right? Drop catches, misfieldings, and everything. Today they were on point. They didn't really give any like catches or anything. It was all on point today for them. So it was a complete dominance for them today.
Yeah, and Wasil, before I let you leave, Ashish is saying, Wasil, you can burn your crackers now. Mauka mil gaya. Any message from sir?
Yeah, I have no comments right now, but I'll definitely reply to him. Yeah.
But yeah, just to wrap things up. Wasil, is Pakistan winning this trophy? And who is their major competition? Do you think any other teams that you're looking at going? It's very early days. I think things can change. We saw in the Champions Trophy, India beating Pakistan. It was this kind of margin, and then Pakistan lifting the Champions Trophy. So, yeah, your thoughts on how far Pakistan can go?
I mean, it's a champion team for sure. We just beat India, so I think I'm very confident that we're gonna go make it to the playoffs. In terms of who the competition is, every team is a competition for sure. We lost against South Africa in the practice games, so I think even they're really strong. We'll just have to see. It's too early to even say anything about it, but yeah, I think every team is so strong right now, including Afghanistan and Bangladesh. So
Yeah,
let's see.
Vinay, Afghanistan is not going to be easy task for India either, especially with their history against spin. The likes of Rashid, Mujib, and Nabi, they can just set a trap for India right there.
That can definitely happen. Like, none of the games are easy for India. Like, we look on paper, it might look uh like every side is easier to beat, but it's not. Like, cricket is a funny game. Anything can change at any given point, so you just have to play by the day.
Who are your fourth semi-finalist predictions?
I would still go with India, Pakistan, and then from the other group, I think Australia and England.
Punter,
He said Australia and
England.
England.
England. I feel obviously we can't just leave India out because we've seen how they bounce back. But you never know. I have a feeling that this might be a cup where India might not even qualify. Looking at the teams like New Zealand and Pakistan, I have a
I would
feeling
just say
that
on that, I would, that's very possible what you're saying, but I would just say that India in normal ICC tournaments in the last few years, they smash teams, they dominate, and then they go and choke in the semi-final. So I would rather them choke in a game like this, lose a game like this, and learn from their mistakes and peak a
yeah,
bit later. I think India peaked too early in the last 3-4 years. Whereas where you're saying it's true, one loss to New Zealand or like a loss to Afghanistan can throw them out of the tournament. I still feel a loss like this is better to come now than losing in a semi-final final.
100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. So yeah, so then I actually would feel by the current situation, not being biased, I feel it's going to be New Zealand, Pakistan, Australia, England.
I think Afghanistan has a better chance than New Zealand. just with these pitches. Yeah, I think Afghanistan or India, one of them. India, I think will come back, man. I'll be very surprised if they get knocked out. To be honest, it's going to be big issues with sponsorship and stuff, viewership as well. But yeah, any last thoughts, guys? I think it was a good chat. It was a good chatting to all of you. Wasil, how are you going to celebrate?
How am I gonna celebrate?
Few calls.
He's gonna go get a
Nothing
Tim
much, to be
Hortons
honest.
right
आशीष
now.
बोल दे क्या करने वाला है
मैं कुछ नहीं करने वाला यार मेरी I play with a team that is full of Indians, so I can't really do anything.
Why, buddy?
No,
You're
but
so be Pakistani. First of all, a very happy birthday to Ehsan Sardar. He's a Pakistani friend, and it's his birthday today, and it's never happened before, and it's happened on his birthday. It's the best ever gift Pakistani team could have ever given to him.
Happy birthday, man!
Happy birthday, son.
Happy birthday, Vinay. Any thoughts? Last thoughts?
No, man. Vasil, enjoy your day, I guess.
Vasil, खुल के बोलो जो भी बोलना है. Like you won't get this is a good opportunity. I think first time beating India in a World Cup. I think it's time to party.
Vasil,
Now,
beep, 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 beep.
I don't even know who's watching right now, so I can't even say anything right now.
But I don't know. I don't know if you know this, that the Pakistan's head-to-head is still better than India's, despite losing so many games in the recent years. And so, and now they don't have that World Cup record anymore. So just the 50 over one, but no 2020 World Cup. But Rachit is in the house. He's giving hearts to you, Vinay.
But
yeah,
by the way, did you see any videos from Pakistan? How are they celebrating back home in Pakistan?
No, I didn't get any yet, but I will. I will definitely get them, and then I'll forward to you.
So, Vasil, one question for you: is Ramiz Raja giving that blank check? Is Ramiz Raja giving that blank check to you guys?
What is that story? I don't even know what that story is. No, I heard. What happened?
Will you elaborate?
Basically,
no, not Ramiz Raja is getting a blank check.
No. Ramiz Raja said that he'll be writing a blank check to the Pakistan cricket team if they beat India in the World Cup.
Ramiz Raja?
No, I feel it was a company telling Ramiz Raja.
Yeah,
no, it was Ramiz Raja as PCB owner. He said that he'll write a blank check to Pakistan cricket team.
But he's not even that rich. What do you mean he's gonna write a blank check?
Bro, Vasil, you think the Matthew Hayden in the coaching staff does that have? I know it's very short time. I'm sure like he didn't have that much time to like help out or something. But like an Australian winner who's won like 2-3 World Cups, who's been there, done that. Just his influence. Do you think it helps? I saw yesterday Babar Azam giving a speech in Urdu and he's nodding his head. So I don't know about communication issues, but just his presence there as someone who's been there, done that. Do you think that helps?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've always had good coaches. I think the major influence is the change of our chairman. Ramiz Raja being there is definitely helpful. The previous ones I didn't really support, so I think that would be a great bonus point for the team. But yeah, definitely the coach. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I just hope for India's sake, they do something for Virat Kohli. It's his last tournament as captain. Hope they turn it around. And it's Pakistan's day. That's all I can say. Pakistan's day. They deserve to win. World-class performance. Very disappointing from India. And the ads will be done now. And I think a lot of TVs will be broken in India, not Pakistan. Yeah.
Might be in Pakistan also. खुशी में तोड़ सकते हैं.
जैसे वासिल ने तोड़ा है आज.
But yeah, I think that wraps it up. Any last thoughts, Pantri? You want to say anything?
Amazing game for Pakistan. Good wake-up call for India. Let's hope the tournament goes well from now on for both the teams, and both the teams do well in their games. And let's see. Hopefully, we meet again in the finals, and then we will see Mokka again.
I want to get one quick prediction from you guys, but before that, Ashish is saying something. I think it's for Pantri. He's saying Rohit is not a big match player.
Well, just one off days, and he can remove his frustration on Rohit. It's okay. I'm happy that he's actually removing his frustration on Rohit and not the team.
But I didn't see him on the field. Was he?
He was there.
Right?
In fact, if you see, he was talking to Jadeja as well when he was bowling.
Yeah. No, I think that
16th over when Shami was coming, Virat actually went to Rohit for suggestion and stuff.
Oh, Vinay, observing everything. That's brilliant. But yeah, I just want to. You should have definitely seen the post-match interview. Virat was asked, you all should have played Ishant instead of Rohit. So Virat started laughing like crazy, and he's like, "How much?"
Who the hell asked that? They asked that.
A reporter asked that to Virat, and
who's the reporter? Give me his name.
The most funniest thing was Virat is like asking him, "You are telling me to drop Rohit?" And he asked him like 3 times, and he just started laughing like crazy. And then Virat is like, "If you want to make some controversy, call me and make some controversy. Don't do such stupid questions in public."
Yeah, no, that's a stupid question. But last prediction from you guys: who's going to score more runs, Virat Kohli or Babar Azam? Wasil.
Babar Azam.
At the end of this tournament.
Absolutely.
Babar Azam. Punter.
Out of the two, Babar.
Yeah, who's Babar?
Babar for sure.
Vinay, you agreeing whatever Punter says, huh?
No. We didn't agree on the teams also. What are you talking about?
Yes, but you went first that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think right now Babar Azam is probably the best player in the world in all formats right now. But it's just, but he still, if you look at overall legacy, Virat Kohli still has a high average in T20s. He has a high average in Tests and One Days. Babar Azam still has a long way to go, but I think this can be like the turning point. The tournament that Kohli had in 2016, even though India lost that, I think Babar can have a tournament like that. Now he's 27, peak age. I think he can have a
And
tournament.
what a
I
revelation!
think Kane is also there. You might see Kane also playing the same now.
No,
Yeah,
but
no, definitely.
what a revelation it has been for Pakistan for sending Rizwan on top, right? Like, what?
On top of who?
No, him coming on the top of the order.
Coming on who? Vinay, this is not like a coming on who? I don't
No,
get
I'm
it.
talking about him coming, opening the batting instead of batting like 6 overs, right? That change
I
has
think
been a revelation.
PSL also did help
PSL.
Pakistan a lot, right? And especially the tournament they played when New Zealand didn't turn up, the domestic tournament they played, that really helped Pakistan as well.
Yeah, आप लोगों का आधा घंटा ले लिया. I'm sorry about that, but if you have any questions for me, let me know. I've asked you all the questions. If you have any tough questions or any easy questions, you can ask me.
No questions, but thank you, Musti. Thanks so much for this podcast, bro.
No, thank you for coming on. Your debut, you killed it. Pakistan killed it, and yeah, all the best for the rest of the tournament. Hopefully, it's India-Pakistan final, but either way, I want to see some good matches in this tournament. Yes,
Forward.
Punter.
Musi, read Rajat's comment though.
Vinay still in honeymoon mode. Yeah, it looks like it. Vinay, do you have any questions?
No, I'm good.
You're good, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hopefully you get to
When
see
did
some
we say
good
you
cricket.
bad?
Yeah. No, hopefully you get to see some.
Musi, I think you should be happy now that you were not in the stadium and you were at home, safe, watching the match.
I know.
I don't know,
We all
Chad.
know how desperate you were to go for the game.
Yeah, but I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a neutral man. I'm I
Yes,
support all
yes,
teams
yes.
in the
We all
World
know.
Cup.
We all know.
I'm a neutral man.
We
Support
all
all
know.
teams.
Especially
yeah, I
when
think-
it is Saraj.
I think someone like a Vasil would have enjoyed more than me in the stadium for sure today. And yeah, wishing Akshay Kumar a safe trip back from the stadium. All right, guys, man, I took your time. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure everyone who's watching like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll get you the latest from the tournament. Enjoy the day, guys. Vinay and Punter, don't be too sad, and Vasil, you can be as happy as you want.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.